how's it going? This is Patrick. I'm owner and operator of Performance Roofing and Construction. We are at 1435 Nacogdoches Valley Drive. Today we're going to be doing a repairability test. It's recorded. We're going to be showing you storm directions. We're going to be doing a vent count, and we're going to be showing you previous repairs done to this roof during the last claim. Because what we've got going on here is an extensive amount of wind damage from the February 14th storm. We still have the adjuster's marks here. It's an extremely windy day, but we're going to get this done. Using 3 different colored chalks, we're going to show you the repairability factor on the old repairs that have failed, and that whoever repaired it last time damaged shingles around the area, trying to preserve the roof, proving that the roof is too old and no longer malleable enough to be repaired. And we're going to show you a test, show you that those have failed, and then show you a vent count, all using different chalks here. So as you can see, this is the home, and then we're going to record this as we go. Thank you. Okay, for the first part of this video, all we have is chalk, cougar paws, and pitch hoppers. And we're going to do the vent count and show you those previous repairs, and then mark up all the damages in 3 different colored chalks. Cameraman, it's a steep one. Okay, so now we've used yellow chalk to mark the previous repairs. These should all be documented from the first adjuster, of course. You can tell the color difference, you can tell their previous repairs. Now we're going to use red chalk to show the damages that occurred when those repairs happened. So first one here, this is on the right slope. These are the adjuster's marks. You can see they damaged it here. You can see that that's no longer sealed. It has a slight crease in it. That one's damaged as well. Let me zoom out a bit. Even these are starting to be unsealed as well, but still. So they were, this one right here, look at that. So that's damaged with a crease that way. Okay, so first repair showing there's tons of damage from the previous repair because it's not repairable. Okay. Second repair, marked out in yellow. Again, all these marks or creases will be documented. See this one right here? Look at that. This one. This one. Previous repair. You can clearly tell it's different shingle. Look at that, all creased. Crease right here. See that? And I'm just very gingerly lifting this. So, another fail. So that failed. This one failed. Number 2 on this right slope. Here's a third one on the right slope. Previous repair, easy to tell. Look at that. And it's broken here. But it also creased the whole shingle. Speed up the video a little bit. That's failed. This was just wind damage, and I'll mark that in a different color in a second. Another previous repair right here. First we see this. That's clear. It's evident. Probably from the repair. Look at this crease. Right here. Fail. Okay, moving on. I've seen a bunch of repairs over here. This is all their damages. The adjuster should have documented it. I'm sure he did. He was a good adjuster. He probably put in for a full replacement on this roof, but or maybe not, because he didn't think it was as brittle as it is, but it definitely is. So here we've got 2 obvious repairs. Previous repairs. This one right here. See this creasing? Look at that. That's failed. There's even creasing right here and here. Okay. Let's take a look at this one. Tons of damage from it. Ruined the whole hip and ridge. Showing that like this slope is going to go into the back slope, and there's damage on both slopes anyway. But big previous repair. Tons of damage from it. Look at this. Fasteners pulled. Multiple shingles coming up. Creasing throughout the shingle. damage, 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 all this. Damage, 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 all the way down. No doubt, fail. Moving on. Now we're going to show you the documented new damage from the new storm, like the missing shingles and all the missing tabs and everything like that. Very obvious. Even the nails are rusted up to a point where you could tell it's from that February 14th storm. And then I'm going to show you directional stuff real quick. So as I was saying, on the ground, the storm direction showing this slope and these slopes matches what we see in the neighborhood. All these roofs have shingles missing on them. And all that debris that was over there was in her front yard, and she's got pictures of all of it. So what that's showing is windward wall, storm direction, leeward wall being this slope, having minimal damages and matching everyone's roofs around. Okay, next, using the green chalk, I'm going to show you all the new damages. So starting here again on this right slope, we're not counting any of the damages from the previous repairs, even though there's tons of damage from that. You got creasing here and then here as well. So there's two on this right slope. You can see that bend right there. So creasing there and there. So 3 shingles there on this. There's more on the other right slope though. Here's the front slope. In a 10 by 10 area, we've got 6 wind damage shingles. As you can see, missing tab, very obvious. Creasing to the shingle as well, right there, and then look at this. Okay, these right here, all creased. So more wind damage here. Some on the hip and ridge, of course. Moving on, this right slope has a lot, but before we get into that, your back slope. In a 10 by 10 area, we're able to find this much damage here. There's 5 wind damage shingles right there, pretty obvious what you're looking at. Right there, and right here. Okay, so plenty of damage there. Now, we've got full shingles torn off here, up at the top of the roof where pressure is extreme. Tons of nailing on the ridge, which isn't good, but anyway. Just in this area, we've got 8 damaged shingles. That one's creased along the top. This one's missing. These ones are creased. These ones are creased. These ones are creased as well. And then all this hip and ridge is really torn up. Okay. On this left slope, we found the other ones torn up as well, directional. And there's 1 wind damage shingle over here. Let's see. On this slope, minimal stuff, but you got a broken shingle right here. On the back slope, crease here, 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 and here. So we got 5 on the back slope here, and then the other back slope's covered in it too. So plenty of damage here. Now we'll do a vent count. Okay, now we're gonna start the vent count part of the video, but real quick, look at this creasing right here that we found also. This is on the right slope as well, so that we would change that to an 8 to a 10 on this one particular right slope, and then a couple more on that other one. But anyway, keep finding more damage. So here we've got 2 of these dryer vents, 1 and 2, right? We've got 3 of those 4-way vents, 1, 2, and 3. Pipe jacks, we've got 6 of them. These stacks, which include the base, the storm collar, and the rain caps, we've got 1, 2 of those. Absolutely, you have steep charges on this roof. It does slope up to a 2-story for these sections. Now you've got step flashing on both sections here that absolutely is going to need to be torn out and replaced. It wasn't nailed a bunch of times before, pre-loss conditions. And technically, the soffit and fascia is going to run into the shingles that we're trying to do in there too. So technically you could get that done too, but we can work around it and that's fine. Satellite dish, we've got one dish and a bracket next to it as well. Got detach and reset of all gutters, and I'll show you that. 36 linear feet of ridge vent with this section, this section, this section, and that lower rear section. That's your vent count. I'll show you the drip edge and this other step flashing section right here. And as you can see, technically, you'd probably need to remove that soffit and fascia too, but we know how to work around it, and that's all right. Okay, now you can clearly see detach and reset of gutters because we have to replace that drip edge. She's in windstorm. This is going to need to be a 4x2 inch drip edge with asphalt starter, all done specifically. So all these gutters need to come off and be put back on when the job is complete, probably on another whole day with another whole team. So painted drip edge, aluminum all around the perimeter, detach reset gutters. Now that all that is done, we've shown you vent counts, we've shown you the damage, we've shown you the previous repairs, we've used different chalk for everything, just showing tons of transparency here. I'm gonna go get my tools. We're gonna do a repairability test that absolutely is gonna fail because the other ones have already failed. So let's do that. Okay, so for our repairability test, we're gonna be bringing up some like shingles, same dimension shingles, unless that's discontinued, which I don't think so. Our roofing hatchet, pitch gauge, nail trough. I've got a flat bar, which most roofers like myself would actually be using because it's quicker and easier. But just in case, I could be more gingerly unsealing my shingles with this and avoiding some mat transfer. And then my cat's paw to get the head of the nail out once I've loosened it. So with that being said, that's what we're going to bring up there, and we're going to grid out a pattern showing you what shingles need to be moved or manipulated to get that shingle out successfully and unnail it and put a new shingle in. Okay, so we found a good place where I can actually stand and do the repair, so be as gingerly as possible here. We've got this obvious wind damaged shingle, so to grid that out, we're going to use purple, another color we haven't used yet, to mark these shingles here. This is going to be our test one. So we got test. Okay, this shingle above it is going to need to be messed with. It's right here. Very possible that this shingle to the side of it, some of the nails in here, and that should be pretty close. We'll probably end up touching some of those nails too. But here's our grid. And now Owen's going to keep the video rolling, unfortunately, the entire time we're doing this. So bear with us. I know it's going to take a while. Us trying to show you detailed this whole repairability test. So first we're unsealing the shingles very carefully. There's already significant mat transfer. That's crazy. I mean, these are baked on. Oh yeah, no way. Okay, and if I was using a flat bar, I would have poked right through that. But we've got mat transfer already. All in here, all in here, all in here. Okay, mat transfer. But we'll continue with the repair and then I'll show you all of that. It's absolutely insane. I mean, look. This one just teared. This is failing miserably. Texas heat. This is the actual shingle we're trying to test. Let me show you something on this mat transfer here. For example, right here. Look at all that. The whole shingle's coming off with it, leaving a hole right here. So, more failed areas, more mat transfer, but I'm still gonna get this shingle out. Here you go, Owen. Bunch more mat transfer on this shingle. Okay, let's try to get our nails out here. Look at this, already ripped right here. I'll show you that in a second, but see, I'm only lifting the shingle just enough. I'm not causing any problems here. I'm actually doing it blind, so I don't have to lift it up at all, really. Okay, now we should be able to get our fasteners out, which have ripped right through it, of course. Two nails. This also needs to be 6 nails to a shingle in this area in windstorm. Loosen this one up. So we are going into that next shingle over here. Get this one nail out from the corner. Video still rolling, Owen?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Should be almost loose here. Shingle from up here. Nail from up here is holding it. That's a silly place to have a nail. Low nailed the crap out of that one. Okay, there's our old shingle. This is what's holding another shingle up here. And they have like 3 nails here for no reason at all. Okay, so we already know that's all damaged already, but for the sake of this video, this is all damaged already. Fasteners are all torn right here. They're all buried into the shingle. So, with there being so many wind damaged shingles here, if we were to do this all over this lady's roof, gotta nail down a couple of these underdriven nails here. If we were to do this all over this lady's roof, which she's already done repairs like she was supposed to, her whole roof would be covered in this patchwork and would be just damaging her roof more and more. Just enough to see my nail. It's stopping my shingle from going up. Another one here. Now, one more. Okay. We should be in there. So you can see that's properly lined up now. We're going to have to add a bunch of nails here. Lifting the shingle up just enough to nail get my nails in, nice and flush. Not skewed or overdriven or anything like that. They're nailed in. On my quadribond area, probably less than 90 degrees when I'm lifting the shingle. One more for good measure, and you see that my hammer damaged that shingle already. Because I'm trying not to lift it too high, so I know how strict that can be. Okay, so we got our new shingle in. We're gonna have to add some more nails around here, but as you can see, we have damaged multiple times all of these shingles around here. Even caused creasing at the top of this one. This is an absolute fail. That's it. There it is. And we would welcome an adjuster to come out here, see these crease marks, see this damaged matting, do a repairability test better than we did, whatever you suggest, but this roof is not repairable. There's extensive, widespread damage. Storm direction, everything makes sense with the date of loss. There should be zero issues replacing this old brittle roof. And we want everyone to be on the same page. We want it to be transparent, so we did this very detailed, and we hope that you guys enjoy it and we all get on the same page and get this homeowner taken care of. Thank you so much.